My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with a profound reverence. I ask your pardon for my sins, and the grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me. Jesus, your birth is fast approaching. You'll be born in a cave in the outskirts of Bethlehem, just in 5 days from now. How eagerly we're waiting for your birth. Come, Jesus, come. You're coming to us as our Messiah, as our Redeemer, as our King. You're to fulfill the promise God made us at the very beginning of human history, which involved an angel, an archangel in fact. Today, in this dialogue with you, I want to speak to you about the role of the angels in human salvation history, and in particular, the role of my guardian angel, who is leading me to my salvation. He is my guide to heaven. I truly thank you for the gift of this wonderful guide and companion who watches over me, protects me from all evil influence, and leads me towards my eternal abode in heaven. We know by divine revelation that the fall of mankind took place under the deceptive power of Satan, the fallen archangel known as Lucifer. The Catechism says, "Man, tempted by the devil, let his trust in Creator die in his heart, and abusing his freedom, disobeyed God's command." This is what man's first sin consisted of. But God, in his infinite wisdom, had already foreseen how he's going to redeem mankind. In this regard, we understand more fully why God sent Archangel Gabriel to be his messenger to Our Lady to announce his plan of salvation. This is the immediate prelude to the approaching Christmas celebration. The Archangel Gabriel was very much connected with the coming of the Messiah in our midst. Lord, how beautiful and amazing are your ways. Yes, Lord, the angels you created play such an important role in our salvation. In today's gospel passage, we're going to hear about one such instance of the angels' involvement in our salvation history. Zechariah was a priest living near Jerusalem. By lot, he was chosen to enter the sanctuary of the Lord to burn incense. It was precisely at this moment, when he was all alone in the depths of the holy temple of Jerusalem, in the presence of God, that an angel appeared to him. He said, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah, because your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear your son, and you shall name him John." Thus, the birth of future precursor of Jesus, John the Baptist, was announced by this angel. Lord, it truly is marvelous to contemplate the wisdom and logic of a divine plan. You could have chosen other ways of entering into human history in order to save us. Yet, you chose an angel to be your emissary, to communicate your plan to Zechariah. From the beginning, you wanted an angel to play a key role in the salvation of mankind in order to counterbalance the fall of man under the influence of the bad angel. So, I firmly believe that my salvation will necessarily involve an angel, my guardian angel. It is you, Jesus, who confirmed it when you said, "See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that in heaven their angels always behold the face of my Father who is in heaven." Lord, why did you assign an angel to me then? What does my guardian angel do for me? And how should I relate to my guardian angel? Pope Benedict XVI, one of his noonday addresses, said that from the beginning until the hour of death, human life is surrounded by their constant protection. So, God has assigned my guardian angel to protect me. Protect me from what? Well, principally from evil influence. Someone recently told me the story about Lou and his young wife Edith, who lived on a small farm at the edge of a small town. They're very happily married. One morning, in early summer, after Lou had gone out to the field to mow hay, a stranger came riding into the farmyard. He hitched up his horse at the post, but did not come straight to the house. Rather, he first checked out the barn, checked out the shed, looked all around before approaching the house. Meanwhile, Edith had taken all this in from the window with growing anxiety. By the time the knock sounded on the door, she was quite terrified. Initially, she thought not to answer the door, but realizing that this stranger might break down the door, she went and opened it partially and asked fearfully, "Yes, what do you want?" The stranger, peering at her, asked in a toneless voice, "Are you alone?" In her fright, she blurted out, "No, my husband is in the attic." And right away, she turned and called out, "Hey, Lou, come down." Well, then a voice, that of her husband, responded immediately, "Yeah, Edith, what is it? I'll be right down." At the sound of that, the stranger just walked back, jumped on his horse, and just took off. Edith, too, was completely taken aback. She had thought that Lou was out in the field mowing hay. So she hastened up to the attic to see what her husband was doing there. But there's no one there. And she knew right away that it was her guardian angel who had intervened to protect her from any harm. So Edith knelt down on the spot, gave thanks to God. "Thank you, Lord, for my guardian angel too, for unknowns to me, this heavenly friend of mine is working almost overtime, as it were, to protect me from any harm, especially from spiritual harm. For this reason, I continue to have recourse to my guardian angel by praying, 'Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here, ever this day be at my side to light and guard, rule and guide. Amen.'" Not only does my guardian angel protect me from physical and spiritual harm when I have a sincere and constant devotion to this heavenly companion, but this friend of mine also inspires me to pray for the salvation of souls. Lord, I'm truly inspired by the story of the angel Fatima, who appeared to the three shepherd children, Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta, the latter two now venerated as saints. It took place in the spring of 1916. The three children were tending their family's flock of sheep near their home at a place called Locado Cabeco. After having lunch and saying their prayers, the three little children saw a light above the trees that stretched away towards the east, whiter than snow, the form of a young man, transparent and brighter than crystal pierced by the rays of the sun. The angel identified himself as the angel of peace and told the children to pray to Jesus and Mary in saying the following words, "My God, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love you. I ask pardon of you for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love you." The angel of peace repeated this prayer 3 times. Then he arose, looking at the children, said, "Pray thus, the hearts of Jesus and Mary are attentive to the voice of his supplications." You can just imagine how the children would have been so deeply touched and moved by this experience of the supernatural. From then on, they were inspired to pray more sincerely the greater devotion, especially the Holy Rosary. Eventually, after the apparitions of Our Lady the following year, in 1917, when Our Lady asked them to make sacrifice for sinners and say often, especially while making a sacrifice, "Oh Jesus, this is for love of you, for the conversion of sinners, in reparation for offenses committed against the Immaculate Heart of Mary," the children prayed earnestly for salvation of souls. The angel of Fatima had already prepared their souls to be very attentive to the requests of Our Lady, inspiring them to offer their prayers and sacrifices for the good of souls. Jesus, my guardian angel too, constantly inspires me to offer my prayers and sacrifices for the benefit of others. So Lord, how beautiful to hear this story of Fatima. The prayer of the 3 children offered in this regard, at the request of Our Lady, I'm sure have saved many, many souls from being lost forever. So my mother, as we finish the prayer, as you now prepare ourselves for the immediate birth of your Son, Jesus Christ, I'll continue to pray to my guardian angel for the souls around me, for their physical and spiritual benefits. In this way, I'll be able to contribute in some way for many souls to be well prepared to receive you, Jesus, when you'll be born as our Messiah on Christmas Eve. I thank you, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, inspirations that you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask your help to put them into effect. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.